大家好，欢迎来到 Waze Interview Time。今天我们请到了一位大三本科在读的朋友来参加我们的模拟面试，他的目标是大厂的暑期实习。我们这个模拟面试是完全免费的，有兴趣报名参加的朋友可以通过邮件联系我们。应这位朋友的要求，我们今天的模拟面试专攻 BQ，不做 coding。接下来我们就一起欣赏一下这位朋友在 BQ 题方面的表现，我会对其中的亮点和一些有待提高的地方做一些分析和讲解。谢谢大家。The first question, tell me about the time you handle a technical challenge by yourself.
Okay, the most challenging technical skill problems is during my become a teaching assistant, and because the first class I need to help the people, need to teach them how to do some data structures assignments, but I'm afraid that I cannot answer them questions, and I cannot help them debug their coding things. So I just nervous, but I talked to my professor about all the things I'm worried, and he said I just help them and do my best. And so I just try, and finally I find I can help them all the things. So I become more confident when I meet some similar problems.
Can you give me one specific example? For example, like something you didn't know or you don't have enough knowledge, and in order to help students, you dive deep there, understand the details, and then help the student. Can you give me some example like that?
Okay, like we have courses is named some related with the computer language, the Python, and they want to do their final project, but they don't know how to start and how to choose a topic for their final program. And then I help them to find which they, because some of the students they're not majoring in the computer science or software engineer, but they take that courses. But some they are the computer science major, so they have a different requirement about their final programs. So I just help them to pick the most that they're interested. And like one of the student, and she want to do some like duplicate, to find the duplicate words and as a final program in her assignment. And so I just help her to like understand what is a list and what is a for loop, and to show some simple examples that her to understand the step by step. And because in their final project they need to do the one file is for the run the project, and another file to test this project. So I also help them to understand what is a PyTest for use the Python computer language to test that. That's it.
Okay, what's the end result? Did they all finish their final project successfully?
Yes.
Okay. Is it possible to come up with another example? Like you have been a computer science student for a while. Have you ever worked on any assignment or project that you run into some technical challenges and you didn't know how to solve it at the beginning, and you did some research, or you like seek help from someone else, and eventually you overcome the problem, you overcome the challenge? Do you have an example like that? 不知道大家发现没有，这位同学的回答是比较空洞的。故事当中并没有出现具体的技术问题，故事太宽泛，没有具体的例子，是回答 BQ 问题的一大忌讳。所以我补充的第一个问题是，能不能够列举出某一项具体的技术难题，他本身自己是不知道的，但是为了帮助学生，他自己认真的学习了，并且成功的帮助到了同学的例子。这已经是一个非常明确的回答这个问题的思路了。 但是他还是没有能够答出来。到此，这位同学在这个 BQ 问题上的回答肯定是会扣分的。接下来，我对这个 BQ 问题进行了第二次补充，让他举一个他自己在学习计算机的过程当中亲身经历的基础难题，讲述一下他是如何解决的。比如说，Google Search 也好啊，或者问老师同学也好，这其实是我给他重新回答这一个问题的一次机会，并且还给出了回答这个问题具体的惯用套路。在现实的面试当中，并不是所有的面试官都会给这样的机会，更不用说在问问题的时候就把回答问题的套路告诉面试者。所以大家一定要珍惜这种机会，抓住这种信号。这种时候千万不要着急作答，花一点时间，花半分钟左右时间想一个足够贴切的例子再作答。另外需要注意一点的是，当面试官问的问题并不是一个单独的句子，而是好几个句子，特别是后面有补充、有追问的时候，后面的补充和追问往往是回答这个问题一个比较不错的套路。比如说我补充的第二个问题，我的第一句话是你能不能举一个自己在学习过程当中碰到的具体的技术难题？我后面的补充和追问是你是如何解决这个问题的？比如说用 Google Search 也好，还是问老师和同学也好。所以，当面试官问的问题是多个句子的时候，大家千万不要紧盯着前面的第一句话，回答问题的套路往往在后面几句话当中。这种时候一定细细品味后面几句追问和补充，再进行作答。
Okay, I have some projects is a teamwork. We need to create an application together, and we
What
need to
kind of
use a
app?
lot of things.
On what platform?
It's an intelligent events app application. Yeah,
Okay.
and it needs to use a lot of things I didn't learn that before, like the Google Event APIs and some Amazon EC2 from the Amazon website servers, and some Java server and with RESTful APIs, and that all the things I didn't know that before, but my team members, they are familiar with that, and they are very patient to help me to understand each concept. Like the Google Event APIs is to use the part of the Google Calendar, and use this we can interact with users' calendar data and to sending the event notifications in our applications.
Okay, besides your team members help you, what did you do? Like before you reach out to them, did you do anything? Did you do any studies before you reach out to them?
I before I we have a team before we I just do a lot of the I create a PowerPoint, and I show them what things I want to do and what steps I can help them the part, and with what things I don't understand, I need help. I need them help, and I also give them some conclusion or and another resources I search from the internet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And did you try to study those things by yourself?
Yeah, I try to search from the internet, and also if I don't understand, I will ask them for help, or
Mm-hmm.
I use another resources from the website, like the Google, and also the popular things, the GPT things. Ask about what
Mm-hmm.
this content meanings and what this concept. And after learning things, I think that a little bit understand, because I need to learn all the things by myself. It will be more sufficient to more than the just the way them help me. Yeah.
Okay. So how long is your project? Like how much time you spend in learning those things?
Uh, I have some habits, like each day I will make a plan. Like this day I need to study this topic,
Mm-hmm.
and another day I need to study another. And in the Saturday and Sunday, I need to review this all concept, because I cannot only just learn new things, not to review that. And you know that the computer, all the computer science things, you will be forget if you don't
Mm-hmm.
practice. a lot of time. Yeah.
Okay. And did you end up with learning all the basics of the topics you just mentioned, like EC2, Google Events, RESTful API?
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat
Oh,
that?
sure. Did you end up with having basic knowledges for all the topics you just mentioned, like Amazon EC2, Google Events, RESTful API? Do you have basic understanding for all of them now?
Yeah, I think I have like a little basic understanding of that because recently I'm prepared to pass the AWS Associate Architect exam, so I
Nice,
learned a
nice.
lot of things, Amazon things.
Great. Okay, that's the first question. 这位同学讲述的第二个故事虽然不是最好的一类，但是也足够强，可以通过这一轮面试了。虽然这个故事本身问题不大，但是我觉得对于这个故事的描述，这位同学还是有一些可以提高的地方。比如说，我在他回答的过程当中，一直在追问他，是不是一开始就去问同学自己有没有先做一些功课，他是怎么去学习这些不熟悉的服务的，等等等等。接下来我会把整个故事添油加醋的重复一遍，希望可以借此给大家提供一个完善自己 BQ 故事的思路和例子。这是一个 group project，在项目一开始我就分析了整个项目的 scope 和方向，分别列出了我会的和需要学习的部分。比如说，我对 Google Events API 和 AWS 一些相关的服务是完全不了解的。接下来，我跟其他的组员进行了一些讨论，除了我已经会的部分，他们希望我主攻 AWS 的某一项服务，比如说 EC2。在分配好任务之后，我先看了一些 tutorial，对 EC2 有了一些大致的了解，然后我自己创建一个 AWS 的账户，并且成功 host 了几个 EC2 的几个 server，而且我可以对他们进行 remote access 远程操作。我最终完成了这个项目组里对我的要求，在项目结束以后，我还继续学习并取得了 AWS 的 Associate Architect 的证书。到此，这个故事就比较完整了。除了回答了面试官这个具体的 BQ 的问题，我还顺便说了几个亮点。比如说，项目一开始的时候，我就列出了我会的和我不会的部分，并且跟组员进行了项目分配的讨论。这一点代表着你对自己的能力有充分的认识，并且提前发现了项目执行当中的风险。比如说，你在这方面并没有相应的 knowledge。第二点就是项目结束之后还 went beyond 拿到了证书，这代表你有 continuous study 的能力，你对你不会的东西，你有继续学习的兴趣。然后在学习过程当中，你不光是要看 tutorial，更重要的是你要说你创建了 AWS 账户，对一些具体的服务进行了操作，就是你认为你学会了，并不是因为你简简单单的看了几个 YouTube tutorial，而是你有 hands-on experience，你去验证了在实际的运用过程当中是没有问题的。到此为止，这个故事我觉得就已经比较完整了。听完这个故事之后，面试官可能会追问一些，比如说 EC2 的技术细节，这种时候一定要准备好。千万不要被几个简单的问题直接就问露馅了，这就会比较麻烦。太难的问题说自己不会就好，毕竟还是学生，面试官的期望不会太高。希望我的这个例子，希望我添油加醋把重复一遍之后的这个故事能够给大家一些启发，就是如何把自己的故事准备的更完美一些。Second one, can you tell me about time you helped a classmate or a coworker?
Oh, from my experience, because I have experience working in a company as a team leader, but in that times I'm not familiar with other computer language. Just familiar with the HTML and CSS and a little JavaScript. And but I first things I because we we department have a lot of people. We need to work together. Like some people they are design, some people they are backend for the coding, and some people they need to meet someone to have business with others and to create this is a website things, and so I need to let everyone will be finished their works on time. So I create a plan, and each day I will help everyone to follow their steps in their project. So it needs a lot of time to communicate with each department's people. And also I need to have a knowledge with the coding and design and the communication skills. But
one second. Communicate with who? Like, I understand you're a team lead and working on website stuff. Besides your team, when you say communicate, do you communicate with someone outside your team?
No, just inside my team.
Inside your team. Okay.
I think the only people we need to communicate with outside the team is the company's boss.
Okay.
I need to submit our project or process to them because I need to show which steps we need to work on, which steps we finish, like that. Yeah.
Okay. Keep going. So
Okay.
yeah, you said go ahead.
Okay. So our teams, I remember maybe the 5 or 6 people in our teams. So but some people they are not good with the communicate, and some people they are be confident with their skills and they don't want to listen others' opinions. Yeah. So I need to make sure everyone they have their same opinions. They can balance them to work together. So I will spend some time to have a personal talks with them, like take care of their emotions, and also to understand what they are worried about, what they are stuck, like the backend people they are stuck with the coding part, but I also have the knowledge with the coding part, so I understand how to help them a little bit.
Can you give me one specific example you handled? Like one specific communication issue or one specific example, like someone doesn't willing to listen to others' opinions.
Like some people they are they are designing their pictures in the website and they just want to show some types of what they want, but the people who work in the backend part they think they are difficult to show the result of the people who design the graphic part, and each of them they don't want to agree with each other. So
1 second, I'm still not quite following. So, like, I understand someone designed a picture or photo on the website, and
yeah,
what's the issue from the backend engineer?
the back engineer they use some just JavaScript and Python, some HTML things to show the frame of the website.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And but the designer they require a lot of the complicated things. They want to animate or they want to show some things like disappear quickly, or some pictures they can drop or slide down things, and so the backend engineer will think that is too complicated to them, and but the designer think it's easy things to do because they just design the pictures. So because that's important to become a team leader, because you need to let the graphic designers to understand what they think about the easiest part, but it's complicated. And I also need to let the backend software engineers to understand the designers want to do the best version part to show to the audience, to show the customers. Yeah, but maybe they don't know much about the coding thing or the difficult part. So I just explain each why we cannot do these things like that. Yeah, to explain to them.
Okay, sounds good. And what was the end result? Like, which party did the compromise?
Like the designers finally, because I show some coding things to them and show some simple coding things, even though I just use a Python to show some things, but it writes a lot of coding things and they don't understand the much coding things, so they think, oh, that looks like it's too many code things, and they think, oh, it's really not a good idea to show some difficult animate when they want to use that solution. And they understand the backend engineer why they feel the different opinion with them, so they can communicate together because we have meeting together. I let the people to say their opinions to each other, and they agree with them with each other, and finally they make the deal and they finish the website, the project on time.
Okay, great. 我觉得这位同学这个故事准备的还是不错的，如果能够说的再流利一点、简洁一点，这一轮的 BQ 应该就是加分的一轮了。在 mock interview 结束之后的交流当中，我问了一下这位同学，他现在还是学生，是怎么有过team lead 的经验的。他解释到，他本来是有 designer 的学位，在一个小的网站公司做 team lead，负责第三方的网站开发，所以组里面既有 designer 也有 web developer。为了更好的能够胜任 team lead 这个职位，他自学了一些网页开发最基本的 HTML、JavaScript 和 CSS。现在他决定正式转行，所以说在攻读计算机的学位。听完这一段故事的背景阐述之后，我建议这位同学在回答 BQ 的时候把这段加进去。一方面可以打消面试官听这个故事的时候对故事真实性的怀疑，就是我刚刚所说的，你怎么还是学生就在做 team lead。其次，为了胜任 team lead 这个工作，去自学自己不熟悉的领域，比如说 HTML、JavaScript、CSS，这其实是一个比较不错的加分项的。最后，这是这种转行、追求梦想、不断学习的经历，其实是有可能博取一些面试官的好感的。这种好感虽然不太可能直接反映到最后的面试结果上，比如说因为他对你这方面有好感，所以说他直接让你过，这个虽然不太可能。但是面试官因为这种好感，多给你点微笑，帮你放轻松一点，或者在后续给你提供一些提示的时候，讲解的更耐心一点，这种几率还是不小的。最后，我重复一点我在之前的视频当中提到过的 BQ 准备的一点建议。这位同学的故事本身还是不错的，但是在回答问题的时候，一方面是不够流畅，另外一方面我还需要不停的去追问他，比如说具体的冲突是什么，你是怎么解决的，双方的反应怎么样，最后的结果是什么。我强烈建议 BQ 方面经验不足，不是那种已经身经百战的同学们勤快一点，真的把故事用 Start 模式写下来，让 ChatGPT 给你改一改，润色一下，每天读一遍，1周以后绝对会流畅自如的。哪怕面试的时候没有压到原题，这种训练也会对你非常非常有帮助的。其次，这种提前写好然后交给 AI 润色，不光是对面试有帮助。我曾经组里面有一个刚刚毕业的同学，他每次开组会的时候都说不清楚自己头一天做了什么，然后就会经常引来老板和组里其他公司的追问，他自己压力也非常非常大。后来我就给他提了这个建议，他刚刚开始有几次写的时候，甚至自己写都写不清楚，需要找我帮他梳理思路。大概就这么坚持了3周左右吧，他已经不需要开会之前写下来，他只需要开会之前大概10分钟左右的时候在脑袋里面过一遍，开会的时候就能把故事说的比较清楚了。大概又过了1个月左右吧，他基本上可以面对组里突然的提问，就是他之前没有提前准备过的提问，也基本上可以对答如流了。毕竟英语不是我们的母语，所以我建议在英语方面，在语言方面不是特别有天赋的朋友们，可以多试一试这种提前的多想、多写、多准备的方法。特别是现在已经有了 AI 的工具，就可以更加容易、更加方便的让我们缩小语言方面的差距了。Since we don't do coding today, I can help you do one more mock for the behavior question if you prefer.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Last one. Can you tell me about time you delivered a project under a tight deadline?
Oh, I'm not quite understand this question. Is that
Okay.
you ask me about what I schedule a project? what the timeline I met each
No,
steps to finish a project? No.
something like that, something like that. So basically, maybe it's your work, or maybe when you're in school, you need to deliver a project, you need to finish a project by a certain time, and it's a very
Oh.
tight deadline.
Mm, for instance, I can use like I learn a courses use a C# language,
Hmm.
and that courses I need to learn the data structure, and we need to finish a project that will create a music application with the data structure. Use a lot of the skills like the tree and the deep first search and great first search. And because that's the first time I study the data structure, so the school gives us almost 3 weeks to finish this final project.
Hmm.
And because I also have another assignments need to finish, and I have the part-time job need to do. So
Hmm.
each day I will spend around 2 hours to focus on my project, because I know that because I did some bad things in my semester before the last semester. I just want to do some things close to the due date, but I finally find I need to spend a lot of time, even though I maybe cannot submit my assignment on time. Um so last semester I just spent 2 hours each days to finish that project, and they will be help me because each day you do a little things, and a week I will be do a lot of things.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
how did
so
you spend those 3 weeks? How much time you spend on the initial study? How much time you spend on actual programming coding? How much time you spend on testing? How did you ensure, like for example, when you are 1 week and a half into the project, how can you ensure you can finish everything on time? Can you give me some data there?
oh uh for my experience, the 3 weeks I each day spend 2 hours, so but I just only use 5 days a week, so I spend 10 hours a week, and 3 week will be 30 hours a week, and I spend almost 20 hours to write all the coding things to make sure they can run successful.
Hmm.
And also I at the rest of the time I just testing them, and if I meet some problem like my program cannot work, I still have the time to ask my professor.
Okay, so
Like, yeah.
what was the end result? Like, when did you finish your how much time you spend on the project before it's get finished?
30 hours.
So 30 hours, which means you finish your project like right on time?
Yeah, and I submit before the due date
Okay.
because I need more time to testing my project to make sure run, because I want to get A in my courses.
Sure,
I
sure,
don't.
of course.
And yeah, and my professor they require like we need to meet some requirements. We need to add comments in our coding things. We need to run successful. We need to let the result show in the program is meet the some requirements. Like I learned some threading things, the concurrence, parallelism and concurrency, and
Hmm.
they need very detailed data in the result. So
Okay, let me
I
ask.
need to spend a lot of time. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a very specific question. So if you have multiple thread, want to update one value, what do you need to do? What kind of problem?
Update one value.
Yeah, what kind of problem you may run into, and how would you solve the problems?
Uh,
So first of all,
So
let's
one value?
yeah. So basically, we have a program that, for example, we have two threads that will keep read and update the value. And what kind of like do you see any issues there?
Uh, I learned in my course. I think the thread things that's the true value because I done some assignments similar like this problem. I need to make sure I need to set a lot of if statement like because the thread things will be make some deadlock happening if
Mm-hmm.
I set the functions not I need to set the two functions and in each functions I need to set the threading part and also I need to use that in the main functions.
Okay. Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay. I can explain more detail of that because I just learned last semester. I still need to review that. Sorry about this.
Okay,
But I
no problem.
remember maybe half of them. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. 这道 BQ 题看得出来，这位同学没有准备的太好，回答的很仓促。整个问题的回答过程中，有几次我追问他是如何计划项目的，怎么分配时间的，在项目的行进过程当中是如何确保项目不会超时的，他都没有能够回答上来，只是说每天分配了2个小时。因为我每次的追问都得不到太多有用的信息，我甚至没有再继续追问这个项目的具体的技术细节。所以说，各位同学在回答 BQ 的问题的时候，如果碰到了面试官的追问，一定要谨慎作答，千万不要让面试官因为每次的追问都得不到有用的信息而放弃跟你继续沟通的意愿，这一点是非常危险的。这位同学在这里的另外一个扣分项是对于多线程的读写的基础知识没有回答上来，这是他上学期才做的项目，他现在答不上一些技术细节，这在面试学生的时候算是一大忌讳吧。所以各位同学在准备 BQ 故事的时候，一定要把项目相关的一些技术上的基础知识复习好，因为跟有工作经验的人相比，学生的例子一般来说稍微简单一点，没有太多的周边可以追问，所以说面试官很喜欢去追问一些知识点，比如说这位同学的故事当中提到了 C#、BFS、DFS 和多线程，我就随便抓了一个多线程去问基础知识。这种基础知识的追问一般不会太深，但是如果答不上来，那面试官很有可能得出一个基础知识不扎实的结论，这一点就很麻烦了。最后我来跟大家讲解一下这类时间比较紧张的项目的 BQ 题的回答方法。因为 Intern 和 New Grads 能面的 BQ 题真的特别少，所以这道题还算是一道比较常见的经典题了。大家可以用自己的 Final Project 来举例子。第一，要说自己拿到项目以后做了任务的 breakdown，对自己会的部分以及不会的部分做了分析。第二，有了 breakdown 和项目的一些大致的了解之后，做了一个计划，几天的时间用来学习自己不会的，几天的时间用来写哪些功能和模块，准备了多少天来做 code cleanup 和测试，最后一定要加一条留了多少缓冲的时间。测试和 code cleanup 一定要一起说，因为学校的项目往往不会太复杂。所以说，如果当你说你准备了3天的时间来测试的时候，面试官几乎无一例外的会去追问你为什么要测3天。缓冲的时间也一定要说，这代表你做计划的时候有准备计划以外的事情，这是会加分的。第三，如果你的项目本身确实没有什么波澜，也编不出什么波澜，那就说一切按部就班，都按照你的计划进行的，如期交付没有问题。这样虽然不一定会加分，但是基本上是不会扣分。第四，大家也可以说这个项目的过程当中出了一些意外，比如说是 group 的项目有人生病了，有人家里有事等等，反正就是别人的那个部分做不完了，或者中间碰到了某一项技术难题，因为提前准备了缓冲时间，所以最后有惊无险，按时完成。这个地方一定要把这个故事准备好，因为大家一旦说的是中间碰到了技术难题，那么无一例外的会被面试官追问这个技术难题的细节的。对于这一类题目不知道怎么回答的同学，可以按照这个套路去准备。以上4点都准备好的话，基本上是不会有什么问题的。今天的模拟面试和后续的点评到此就全部结束了，感谢大家的观看。希望今天3道 BQ 题的讲解可以给所有的学生朋友们和刚刚入行上班不久的朋友们一些启发，让大家的 BQ 题准备得更加充分。喜欢的朋友请点赞、收藏、转发， 在此祝愿所有正在找工作的朋友们早日上岸，拿到心仪的 offer。谢谢大家。